Day 721 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 2833, furthest point from origin. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as possible. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given a string moves of length and consisting only of characters L, R, and underscore. The string represents your movement on a number line starting from the origin 0. In the ith move, you can choose one of the following directions. Move to the left if moves of I is equal to L or moves of I is equal to an underscore. Move to the right if moves of I is equal to R or moves of I is equal to an underscore. Return the distance from the origin of the furthest point you can get to after n moves. All right, y'all, so that seems a little bit confusing at first. So let's go ahead and take a look at these examples just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So, in example 1, we have our input moves equals a string L underscore R L underscore underscore R. The output is 3. That means we the distance, the furthest distance that we can get to is 3 when we start from 0 and we follow these coordinates. So let's break that down, right? So say we're right here. So let's just say this is point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we put a 0. Then we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side. Boom. Boom. So we're starting from 0, right? And this is the directions that we're going. So we start from 0, we go left. Boom. Or this is the directions that we're going because we're going to turn these underscores. Remember, these underscores can be a left or right. We're going to turn the underscores to a left. So let's look at this. Boom. So we start right here. We go left 1. Boom. Then we go left again. Boom. Then we go right. Now we're back here. Boom. Then we go left again. Then we go left again. Sorry, y'all. Left again. Then we go left again. Then we go back right. Boom. So in the end, we'll have a distance of 3 when we follow these coordinates right here. Once again, let's go through it again. We're going to go left, left, right, left, 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 right. And in the end, we have a distance of 3, and that is the furthest distance we could go, right? Because if we turn any one of these L's into an R, meaning, or we turn one of these underscores to an R, then we'll be going back in the wrong direction, right? We're right here, but right now we're right here. But if we turn something else into an R, then we might be here, or we might even end up over here. So in the end, we end up right here. Sorry, y'all. We end up right here. Sorry, y'all. We right here with the distance of 3, so we return 3. Boom. Now, just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 2. So in example 2, our input moves equals a string underscore right underscore underscore left left underscore. The output is 5. Explanation says the furthest point we can reach from the origin 0 is point -5 through the following sequence of moves L, R, L, 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 L. So in this case, we start right here, we go L, then we go R. Boom, then we back right here. Then we go L, 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 5 L's. Boom, and we get to point 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's where our output is 5, right? We have 5 L's right here. First, we go left, right. That left, right cancels each other. Then we just go left 5 times, and after that, after we go left 5 times, we get an output of 5. Boom. Now, just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 3. So example 3, we have our input string, or our input moves equals a string underscore, 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 underscore. 7 underscores. So since we have 7 underscores, that means we can choose whether we want to go left 7 times or right 7, or right 7 times, because remember, we want to go the furthest distance. So in this case, they choose to go right. It says the furthest point we can reach from the origin 0 is 0.7 through the following sequence of moves: R, 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 boom. And after that, the output is 7 because we went to the right 7 times. Boom. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. And then we're out there, way out there at 0.7, y'all. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. Solution is not that difficult. Now, first thing we need to do is we need to track the net movement. So we're going to declare a variable called balance, and we'll set that equal to 0. Boom. Now we need to count the wildcard moves, or the underscores, because they can be left or right. So we'll declare a variable called wild cards, and we'll set that equal to 0. Boom. Then we're going to iterate through each move in the string. So we're going to say for move in moves, we're going to open up the brackets, and we're going to say if move equals, open up the quotation marks, L, will come outside of that. We'll open up the brackets, and we're going to move left to decrease the position by saying balance minus equals 1. Boom. Then, or else, if we're going to move to the right to increase the position. So we'll come right here. We'll say else if move, equals, open up the quotation marks, passing R, will come outside of that and open up the brackets, and we'll say balance plus equals 1. Boom. Else, if it's a wildcard move, it can be used to maximize the distance letter. So we can say else, open up the bracket, and we could say wildcards plus equals 1. Boom. Now to maximize the distance from origin, we're going to take the absolute net movement, and we're going to add all wildcard moves in the same direction to push further away from origin. So we'll come right here and we'll say return ABS, which is the absolute value, balance. Come outside of that, we're going to say plus wildcards. Boom, y'all. That should be all she wrote. Let's give it a run. Let's see, it's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So, with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.